All right, I'm back. All right, y'all, let's get into this very quick 15-minute makeup application where I show you how to get flawless skin in no time. Okay, I'm putting on this Juvia's Place concealer all over just to kind of like hide a lot of my moles, freckles, and some of my acne scarring around my mouth and things like that. I like a very smooth foundation look, and this is just me using very little product. Whatever was on that wand is all I use. There was really no double dipping back and forth. That's just all I need to like give me a foundation base. Now I'm going in with the It Cosmetic brush and blending that all over. I am running errands today for my daughter. She has a dentist appointment, so I just really want to look really good and put together. I already have prepped my skin for this makeup look, and I will be recording a video on how you should do so. Now you just see me using this It Cosmetics brush to blend in around my hairline, my eyes, eyebrows included, and just really smoothing everything out, just so I can have this very, good looking foundation, seamless look. That's just what we were going for today. Like I said, the skin prep is really like the bread and the meat and potatoes of this whole look. If you don't have a flawless skin prep, then it's not gonna look flawless when you're applying your makeup. And sometimes I apply a little too hard and I knock my earrings out, but it's all good, girl. Okay, so now I'm on to using pressed powder to set the concealer that I have on my face. Yes, you should set your concealer, especially if you're using it like I was using it as a foundation. But use something that's undetectable and it's really good for the skin. So Clinique, I used to work for them. Shout out to Clinique back in the day. Clinique is really good for using skincare in their makeup products. So this is a pore refining pressed powder, and it's in my skin tone. I use like a neutral. When in doubt, when you have a lot of different tones like pinks and yellows, go for neutral. Okay, and I'm using this to just press into my skin. It's gonna be very lightweight. It's very airy, and it kind of just knocks the oil shine off, and that's really all I need. I did dust it through my eyebrows because I kind of want to dry those down when it's time for me to fill them in. And I understand why girls be like, oh, I'm finna record my brows off on camera, because doing the brows is like one of the hardest things. Now I'm going in with my it's not Neutrogena, what you call them people? It's L'Oreal makes a really good pressed powder that's more like a bronze for me, and I just use that to kind of go all over my skin, still setting that concealer that I already had on. I'm using that L'Oreal pressed powder to kind of like bring a little warmth back into my face. Now on to these struggle brows. I am recording a video on how to groom your brows at home, so please stay tuned to that, because I don't even understand why I took the time to do my brows if I was going to sit up there and have to redo them several times with several different products. Now I wouldn't have to do that if I would have just did it right the first time, but it's all good. I'm using a pencil from what's the name of the people over there? Ulta. Ulta has their own brand for pencil for eyebrow pencils, and I'm using that in the color Onyx, and it works pretty good. I mean, honestly, I could have got a better work out of it if I just would have did this on my skin being dry before I applied makeup. I usually do my brows first, and me trying something new is why I said just stick to what you know. Go for what you know to do in makeup, and if you don't know what to do in makeup, follow me, because I got plenty of tips on how to make this thing work. Even though you might see me do some trial and error stuff, I'm still going to show you how you get your judge back right. So I'm using a tried and true MAC brow gel to kind of like set my brows in place. I love this MAC brow gel. I haven't been to the MAC store to go get me another one, so I'm a little disappointed that I'm still using it all the way down to the dry bone, bare minimum of it, but it is what it is. But watch, when you put it on, it's just so effortless. Like, I don't have to use a pencil to kind of carve in my brow. The brush just does it for me. I'm just brushing alongside the way my hairs naturally grow, and it's easy. As you can see, I didn't have to fight with it or work it too hard. It just kind of works like it's supposed to. And that's what I love about using this particular brow gel, and I will be ordering some at some point. Let me see if Ulta got it real quick and get on this line and see. But I'm just going ahead and just smoothing it out. And even though I don't like the way my brows look, I'm still finna finesse the game by cleaning it up, excuse me, with concealer. So I use a Glossier concealer to kind of like make my brows look more defined and not look as sketchy as they do in my head. So I use an angled brush. By the way, I got these brushes, y'all, from beauty school. I will be recording a part 2 of my experience at Elaine Sterling Institute, and really highlighting and focusing on a lot of the highs that happened while I was at that school. I didn't experience too many lows, and I could be biased because I absolutely love Elaine, but it just is what it is. I had a great experience. But anyway, back to these brushes. It was a girl in school who had her own brush line, and she brought it to the school, and we used it in our makeup kits, and I just really loved this particular brush. I had bought 2 sets, one for my clients and then one for myself that I can use on the regular. So for what I've gotten from this her brush line, I really enjoyed them. I think they were really, they was a hit at school. And one of my brows just look a little too off to me. You might not be able to clock it or detect it, but if you do, keep your comments to yourself. Now I'm playing. I will be working my brows a little bit better in the next video, where I break it down and show you how to get perfect brows each and every time, okay? But you got to have the right stuff at tools at hand. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use my It Cosmetics double-sided brush to kind of smooth out that concealer so you don't really see it, because the whole base of this makeup, or the purpose of this look, is for it to look put together, natural, skin on, flawless. I like a very smooth foundation look. I don't need all the theatrics of the contour and the blush. I might do a little blush here and there, but once you add the blush, it pretty much looks like you're wearing makeup. So I don't really do a lot of blush. I might do a bronzer, because a bronzer actually looks a little bit more natural. But when I'm trying to be that girl, I add the blush. When I'm trying to be that girl, I add the contour. But today, I'm just trying to be that mom. I'm running errands with my daughter, so I'm keeping it simple. So now I'm just adding a little concealer to my lid so that I can add a nice little natural pressed powder to kind of brighten up my eyes, since I love a bright eye look when I'm trying to do a natural beat. This is what a natural beat consists of. Like I said, it don't really take a lot of time just to put in a lot of effort. And right now, all you see me doing is using a brush from that same brush line from school. I'm telling you, she really had it going on. Her name is Blush by Naomi. I'm going to add her IG onto this video if you want to check out her products. She's a really awesome girl, very cool girl that I met at school. And we actually share the same name. Her name is Naomi, too. And I was just like, girl, we're meant to be. We're friends. Now I'm just adding another pressed powder. This one I'm using by CoverGirl. I like this pressed powder. I went to, where was I? I was in Fort Lauderdale, Texas. Fort Lauderdale don't have Texas. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and picked this up at a dang on a Publix out there, trying to find me something to kind of like make me look sweat proof, and figured out very quickly that it was too light for me. And I was like, I will repurpose it and use it to brighten up my eyes, like a eyeshadow pretty much. And I absolutely love that powder for that, so I kept it, and that's what I'm using it for. So if you have a light powder or pressed powder, it can even be your same skin tone. Use it for your lids. We're doing a natural beat. Now I'm just using a little bit of a darker color on my lids to kind of make them look more, natural. Just giving my eyes a little contour, where I do a light to dark kind of finish. Trying to fix this one brow. This brow always be the one misbehaving, and I be like, why do you misbehave so much? Where's your mama at? Anyway, I'm just trying to define and, get my brows to be a little bit more sharper. The way I wear my hair, it kind of like goes into my eyes, so you really can't tell which brow is off. Because looking at one, you'll be like, oh, it looks good. But looking at them both, you'll be like, girl, try again. At the end of the day, it's all good. Okay, now I'm just smoothing in my bronzer, just adding a little bit more here and there, just so I can have a more natural, like, bronzy look to my cheeks, and making sure I add it into my hairline as well. So, you know, just so I can look more warm and not so faded out and matte. Okay, now I'm just going in with a simple black eyeliner. Like, this is nothing special. I'm sure I got this from the beauty supply store by me. We have a Beauty Masters here in Atlanta, so I make sure I hit them up real hard when I want to just get some really cute stuff that's workable. And a lot of stuff at the beauty supply store, y'all, honestly, work better than the stuff I done got out of Ulta and Sephora put together. I bet you ain't know that. But however, in comma, my time working at Macy's, I did get to learn a lot about different cosmetic lines, and this is something that will always be a staple in my makeup kit, which is the big Monzor. I don't even know how to say it, but all I know is this mascara gives me all the length I need in my lashes. Like, it pulls them out and makes them look nice and full, and it makes me look like I have on falsies. Like, I've did so many videos. I've recorded a lot of videos that I have not uploaded yet, but of me showing you how I really work this mascara. Now, this mascara is starting to dry out, which I hate. And so when it starts to dry out, it doesn't really pull out my lashes the way I like it to. But I don't really have time to try to, like, you know, fight with this mascara today. It's going to do what it's supposed to do, and that's what it is, because that's what it will be. Because me and my baby, we got stuff to do. Mind you, at the time of me recording this video, it's like it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I had started getting dressed about 6:30. Like I said, makeup doesn't really need to be much when you just want to look put together. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you might meet. And plus, I am a esthetician slash makeup artist here in Atlanta, so I kind of like to make sure when I go out that I look the part. So if someone were to ask me what it is you do, or they compliment me on my makeup, I can also tell them, hey, I do makeup, I'm on the south side, come check me out. And it kind of just makes sense. So I like to look the part according to what it is I do with my real day-to-day life. But like I said, this mascara is one of the best. I've used a lot of different mascaras in my lifetime because I always kind of like gravitated to wearing my natural lashes until I started on this one kick, this phase where I was wearing strip lashes for like almost 10 years straight, and it pulled my real lashes out. But before me wearing those falsies, I was wearing mascara, and then afterwards I had to go back to it so I can grow my lashes back. And I was able to grow it back. I do use a lash serum, and like I said, this mascara it makes it look so nice and full. I just love it. And I'm going to add 101 coats until I get it right. And I guess I could have sped this part up, but I'm really showing you in real time how long it takes for me to get dressed. This video is approximately 17 minutes long, but that's also because I had to take my hair down and show you all the different steps. But you can totally do this in less time than I did. If you wanted to skip some of the steps, such as struggling and fighting with them brows, or struggling and fighting with this mascara that's already drying now. But whatever, another topic, another day. Now I'm just using a little bit of a brownish, reddish, rust tone, what do you call it, eyeshadow on my lids. And I got this from school, y'all. I swear, school was just a lot for me. It was just, I would learn so much, and a lot of things I was able to take home with me and use in my everyday life. I had to get this particular kit for what do you call that, state board, and I didn't need it for state board, so I kept it. All right, and I'm using a Juvia's Place lipstick and then outlining it with a darker lipstick to kind of give me a little contour on the lip. I like a natural look when I'm running errands with my daughter. I like to look put together, but not too much. And this particular lip combo gives me that. It makes my lips look full to me. And I'm just using 2 different colors. I will link all the products that I'm using below, you guys. And now I'm just taking out my hair. I band my hair every night with these ties, and it just kind of helps me to keep my hair stretched in a stretch state. Now some nights I don't do it, and when I don't, my hair is even more full, more at the roots. But I just kind of want to have an elongated look, because I prefer to wear my hair elongated, stretched, fluffy, and with a slight definition of curl. I don't mind if it frizzes up. It just can't frizz up too much, but I'll still like it. And this is just the way I kind of like do my hair in the mornings to kind of get ready. As you can see, this is day. I would have washed my hair on Monday, so this is day 2. Today's Wednesday. 2 days on my wash and go. I could have done better if I didn't stretch it as much as I did, but I didn't even care. I really was not feeling the cast look of it being like hard and crunchy, and then I was like, you know what, just let me fluff it out. Now whoever put me on to this amber rolling body oil, shout out to you. I don't know if I seen somebody use it on TikTok, but the thing smells so good, and I kind of use it in the back, like the nape of my neck, in the back of my hair. And so when I walk by, you can kind of smell it. I just absolutely love it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here, smoothing out my edges with this Kira Care hair wax, because I ran out of gel, because normally I would use the gel and it would hold my edges in place, but this little wax do the same thing, wouldn't you know? But yeah, so I just appreciate you guys taking time out to watch this, kind of like a get ready with me, but really I'm just explaining all the products that I use to give me a very flawless look, very flawless finish. As you can see, my skin looks like skin, and even more so in person. This is the most complimented makeup look I've ever gotten, because you can't really tell if I'm wearing makeup or not. I am recording another video where I'm taking the makeup off, and you'll be able to see what it looks like at the end of the day. Okay, mind you, I also had to take my daughter to her appointment, take her back to school. She had dance. I had to work. I went to the gym, and it lasted the entire time. I also used Bioma toning mist as a setting spray, which keeps my face moisturized and makes my makeup last all day. It's just another makeup tip. If you're not using toner as a facial makeup setting spray, you don't know what you're missing out on, especially by using the brand Bioma. I will link it below. Thank you for watching, you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.